Okay, so there we go. All right. This therapy business seems to be helping. Yes, obviously, this getting it off your chest. Now, I'm stuck, and I have been 6 years, more or less on my own, with nobody to talk to but Squiff and myself. Got one story I haven't been able to tell properly because it's a little bit, sounds a little bit strange even to my own ears. But we actually did something with it. So, come up with a little plan. How about this? I am going to do this as though it was St. Peter at the pearly gates. Right, here you go. And what did you do with your life, David? Right? And I'm going to explain it to my 10-year-old self. 56 years ago. Let's go back and start with that. And it's going to have to be in two parts because the story that I'm about to tell I've never told in its entirety, but it's been a major part of my life, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun, but it sounds incredulous. Alright, so here we go. Little boy, you're 10. Let's go to the year. By this time you're 1 to 5 schools in life. You're in your 4th country. On Sundays and some other days, you wear frocks and shite because you're an otter boy, being groomed to be a priest, Pope one day, maybe. And you're out in this at this point you're 10 years old and life's looking pretty dismal. But you know what? You're hanging in there. So I'm here to tell you, boyo, here you are, 56 years later, and it's all good. See, at the moment, you're still pissing in your bed. Now that is, you can't sit unless you, that's Jesus, imagine it in a boarding school. Ah, man, it looks horrible. But let me tell you, well-being, so far, you're learning all the tools that will get you to one day do what you dream about. Saving the world, like all little boys, right? And we did, and we can prove it. We did. We actually put it out there. Unfortunately, nobody else saw it that way, you know. But we did. We actually got the bones to this already, because you've got a little bit of knowledge about astronomy and so on. But my dear little fellow, don't you worry, it's going to be all right, because you're going to do something. And the beauty is that nobody else believed you and you fucking did it anyway. To this day, you go back and they say, oh, Jesus, that fellow lost it. You know, looking for rocks in space, for instance. All right, how does that happen, young David? Yes, let's get the story out of the way, because apparently this is the thing that's bugging me. Okay. I've got this story that is the best story ever, and it happened, I lived it. It was evolved through circumstances that led me to believe that this was the way to do things. And I stand by that. I will go to my grave. This is why it's for St. Peter. I'll go to my grave and say, I'm still right. I don't care what the rest of the fucker said. Absolutely right. And I don't know why nobody else saw it. So, this is my last attempt at trying to prove that I am actually have some sanity in here as to why I did what I did, and it's still up there anyway. So here's the deal. Lots of other things. Lived on this Greek island. No cars, little community. Food. How do I start this bloody thing? I'm going to have to go and start this properly, but let's we set this thing up. We see something, and even though we saw something in Time magazine, we wrote to the professor, world famous astronomer, who wanted to hear your idea, and you went to Arizona and you put this thing together, this idea that involved rockets and saving mankind. I mean, you actually did this shit from nowhere. So, fuck, even though they think you're a lunatic, it was fucking awesome, man. And it's still, I mean, I got, this thing was, how can I, all your marketing and your background and all that stuff that led up to understanding this is what it should be. I can't do this. I've got to do this another way. It's a good story, but it's got to be told properly, and it's got to go from... All right, so... Stop this. I will go to the grave. Sounds pompous and everything else, but nobody can convince me otherwise. Into a 10-year-old, that's to try and point... Think of time, CV, digital. Okay, we're going to have to scrub this one. Let this think, see what it looks like. All right. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. Gonna feel better when this is done. Just tell this fucking story, because otherwise it'll never be heard. And it's what you did, and you're proud of it. No matter what anybody else thinks. You're fucking proud of what you did, boy.